Yeah, okay. So here's what you do. You get shake weights, and you just shake weight whenever you can.
I think that
On the train,
This motion here.
at your desk,
I think that's still working out.
on the train,
on the train.
in the shower. You shake weight everywhere.
On the bus, just make sure to shake weight in front of as many people as you possibly can. At the park, shake weight.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is the 3-Up Podcast.
Hello.
Today, this week, we have Brandon with us,
How's it going?
Johnny,
Hi.
and
Hi, Johnny.
I am Ryan. So, guys, what's up?
Not much, dude.
I was not here last week, so I don't know what was said or done. I don't know if the integrity of the show is still intact.
It was no.
No, we drank a lot of beer and
Talked about Japanese.
talked about weird Japanese shit.
Yeah.
We
Needless to
learned
say.
how to say tentacle porn in Japanese.
Do you
But that
still
was
remember?
that was last episode, so you may have to go watch that one to figure it out. I myself have forgotten.
What? You forgot?
Johnny.
I'm not gonna say it then. I'm not gonna say it.
And if you're a video watcher on the YouTubes, we're playing Grand Theft Auto Story Mode, and I am in control.
Oh, we're actually going to play the story?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing the story.
So this is going to be the first time I've ever actually seen any Grand Theft audio. Grand Theft Audio is a completely different game. Grand Theft Auto story at all. It's any time I've ever seen any of them played, it's been just random junk of
Fuckery
killing,
around.
shooting, blowing up stuff.
Yeah, well, I think what's like great. So I haven't really done anything in Grand Theft Auto story-wise my entire life. So this would be my first Grand Theft Auto story as well. It's really good. There are 3 main characters that you can like switch in between, and it like automatically hops you across the city, and you just like spawn naturally, and they're like hanging out at the strip club. And so that's really nice because you're not like, because Grand Theft Auto 4 guy, I didn't really like his character, so I wasn't really compelled to keep playing the story. But these guys are all fucking awesome. All really good characters, and if you don't like one, well,
You have 3 others to choose from.
yeah.
Get to your car. They do the same thing that Legend of Zelda does, Ocarina of Time, where they emphasize the important words.
Car.
Wait for
Trevor.
Forever. With this game, it's so big, you really need these, like, all right, here's a waypoint. Here's,
Yeah.
get in this car. Wait for this person.
Where's 5 set? California?
Well, yeah, California, Los Angeles.
Huh.
It's Los Santos in this game.
I gotta
Is that like it's Los Santos?
Yeah,
or is-
basically Los Angeles.
Yeah.
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 Just
There's-
like Liberty City is obviously New York
Like
City.
the Vinewood
Hmm.
sign on the hills, like the Hollywood.
What was the one before? What was 3? Which one was 3?
That's Liberty. Well, 3
was Liberty City.
Oh,
3
then
was
what
Liberty
4?
City. What was 4? I thought 4 was Liberty City.
Was one Vice City?
That
No.
was that was like not a numbered one.
Oh.
I think 4 may have been also Liberty City.
Huh. I have no knowledge. Like I said, I've never actually played one of these games.
You're always a thug and a thief.
You almost
Yeah.
got T-boned.
The
Johnny's got
guy I'm
this.
playing as right now, Michael, was like an old heist guy. He likes bank jobs and doing that kind of thing. And then Trevor, who's in the car with me, is another playable character. He's just a psychopath.
Yeah, I was
He'll
going to say, I
fucking
thought I
kill
remembered
anybody.
Trevor being the psychopath from what I've gleaned from this just being in the world.
Yeah, there's a scene where you torture somebody, and I kind of skipped through it just because I've heard about it and everybody talked about it when it came out. It's like the game wants to shock you and wants to offend you. It tries its hardest to do so.
Yeah. Like, even in the way that they design the characters, like, all 3 characters are despicable.
Oh yeah, they're awful.
They're
people.
unlikable.
I love them though. I think
But
they're great.
you
characters.
they grow on you because they are so despicable. They each have like one redeeming quality about them.
Except Trevor. Trevor's just a psychopath, and he's just a fun character to play.
Yeah, he is just a psychopath, but he really does want to help his buddy, even though his buddy faked his death and completely fucked him over.
Yeah, fucked him over. That's the beginning of this game. It's like an old bank job with Michael and Trevor, and Michael like gets his FBI buddy to shoot down one of the other heist guys, and he steals all the money for himself. And then Trevor is a psychopath who will kill anybody, and like your first time playing as him, he guns down a whole biker gang at the airfield, and torture scenes and all that. So Michael's naturally scared of what Trevor's gonna eventually do.
Right.
So there's a lot of intrigue, and then you got who's the last character? His name.
What is his name?
I know I'm forgetting it. Well, I know I'm forgetting it.
But he's basically the lackey.
He's your, represents you. He's kind of just getting into the organized crime heist, really seedy shit. He was just boosting cars at the beginning.
So basically, he's like the right-hand man of Michael.
Mm-hmm. Is it Lamar?
Lamar, I think, yeah.
Or is that his buddy?
I don't remember.
Whatever, not important.
Huh.
And like I said, this is kind of a test video podcasty thing, so the game really shouldn't matter. I don't want to lose quality on the audio side.
So, going completely opposite of this couple of days ago, I hopped on the bandwagon and bought Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley.
Have you heard of Stardew Valley?
I've been seeing it pop up a lot on my Steam.
Everywhere.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it.
It's essentially a Harvest Moon clone with Minecraft elements mixed in.
Huh?
With Animal Crossing elements mixed in.
Farming, but crafting?
Farming, crafting, mining sim. So, okay. This game came out 12 days ago.
Okay.
I just read a thing today saying that it has sold 425,000 copies.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
It's a $15 game on Steam. That's over $6 million in 12 days.
Wow.
So this one dude, I don't know what his name is. He goes by Concerned Bear? Concerned something? That's his... Anyway, he made this game, started making it 4 years ago, just to learn how to program and see what is the pound sign in programming. What is the hashtag pound money? I don't know. In C, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not a programmer. So he was just graduated, looking for a job, and he's like, in the meantime, I'll just learn how to code a little better. So he's trying to make his purpose being a Harvest Moon clone. And then as he learned how to do it better, and he just kind of increased the scope of it.
Uh-huh.
So eventually he got this game that he did all of the programming, all the story, all the pixel art, all the music, all of it. Just one dude.
Dear Lord.
Wow.
Took him 4 years to do it. The same publishing company that did Starbound. picked him up.
Starbound was rad.
Mm-hmm. They picked him up, and they helped him publish it. It released 12 days ago, and has sold over 400,000 copies.
Jeez.
Holy cow.
So that's kind of the story behind it, or the backstory of it. The game itself is so addicting. Like, if you've ever played Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon, you get the idea. But I've had it for 3 days, and I think I've put in like 20 hours.
Dear Lord.
Oh, wow.
Because it's just kind of... Have
should
you ever
be
played
playing
Civ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever get in that loop of... Because I've never played Civ, but I've heard this is very similar. Did you ever get in that loop of Like, I'll just do one more turn.
Yeah.
I'll just do one more turn. And then before you know it, like, an hour and a half has gone by.
I haven't done that with Civ specifically, but yeah, I've done that with
for other games.
Absolutely.
So, this game, it takes a lot from Harvest Moon, without a doubt. Like, you wake up and you look at a TV, and the TV will show you different cooking recipes that you can learn, or, like, what the weather's going to be like. And so, you have different aspects of your day that you can do. You can water your farm, plant seeds, water them. You can, like, tend to your farm animals. You can go fishing. You can talk with everyone in the town.
Mm-hmm.
You can go into a cave and kind of dig into a mine, and there you get like gemstones and everything.
What's the visual style?
It's very it's like, the retro 8-bit kind of
8-bit 2D.
Yeah. But like the idea is that your character gets a deed to your grandfather's plot of land, and so you go there and oh my gosh. How did you just get up after you ate dirt or ate asphalt?
I've got body armor,
Johnny,
man.
I've got a question
Chill.
for you. Why is your Trevor not creepy and shirtless? Trevor's always got to be creepy and shirtless.
Well, he's just in his trucker getup. I bought them all like creepy clothes and extravagant clothes, but they just, when you switch to them on different days, they're wearing different clothes.
Wearing different shit, yeah. But my Trevor's always half naked and just creepy as fuck.
I made him look extra creepy. I gave him a nice
like
handlebar mustache and made his hair a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's super creepy. You got to make Trevor as creepy as you can.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole appeal to this character.
He wants to be like the big gang boss, like CEO, evil guy, like planes and cars and stuff. But I think I'll always be wearing these types of clothes, even if he has a corporate office and a secretary.
Oh, yeah.
What was I saying, though?
Stardew Valley.
Oh, yeah.
Should have been playing that.
Yeah,
today.
you get the deed to your house or to the land, and so you move in, and it's just overgrowth, and so you're slowly like chopping down trees or clearing out grass to like be able to put buildings or farmland or whatever there. But the main mechanic of it is it goes by days and by seasons. So there's 28 days in a season and 4 seasons a year.
Mm-hmm.
And so you start off in spring, and only certain types of plants will grow in spring. You can only catch certain types of fish. So that's where one boundary is kind of naturally put in. But also you have an energy mechanic. So like every time you do an action or spend time, your energy will tick down. So if you chop down a tree, it'll take a portion of your energy.
Mm-hmm.
So like whenever I played my first day, like you have a clock that runs, up in your top right corner so you can figure out what time of day it is. But you wake up at like 6, and so I got out and I cut down trees. Are there visual cues too? Yeah, I mean it turns to night, or if it's raining, it'll be raining, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the first day I got up, I was clearing out the area. I wasn't looking at my energy, and I was already exhausted. And it was like 10:30. It was like, you are exhausted, and I was like, oh shit.
Whoops.
So like I went to sleep at like 1 o'clock that day, and I was like, okay, let's watch that. So, I clearing out some more area. Then I decided to go into town and try to meet everyone, or go to the things. And the stores only are open at a certain time. Like the saloon is open at noon.
Right.
Yeah.
Noon to 2. So it's all like a management. It's a management sim, but it's also like a priority sim. You have to realize today I'm waking up and I have to water my plants first off because they have to be watered every day. I have to check my chickens because they have eggs that I need to sell.
Of course.
Then I need to...
Can you make some eggs?
You can. By looking at it, by watching a TV show, you can learn how to make an omelet.
Oh.
Hey.
Yeah. But then if I'm done with all that before noon, I can go down to the ocean and I can try to catch an octopus, because the survival channel showed me that octopi are caught in the mornings. So I'm going to go do that. And while I'm down there, I'm going to go check my crab bait and see if I caught any crabs. After that, I'll go and, I'll pick up some more seed and some more fertilizer because I have 6 more days till the season's over. And if I put some fertilizer, some speed grow on some melons, I'd probably be able to harvest those before the season's up. After that, I need to run to the blacksmith, get my geode checked out, see if I have any gems I can donate to the museum. And if I get a gem that I've already donated to the museum, I can take it up to the community center and donate it there. After all that, it's probably 6 o'clock. So I'll go back home, sell all my stuff, get in bed, and wake up the next day. And that day it's raining, so I don't need to water my plants. I'll just go check my eggs and go straight to the mine and try to dig down into the mine and
get
fight
an
some
early
monsters.
Start.
That's awesome.
And that happens every
Franklin,
every day that you end. You're like, man, damn it, it's 7 o'clock. Pierre's is closed. I can't go buy any new stuff. I'll do that tomorrow. So you wake up and then you see that your tomatoes have grown. You're like, shit, yeah, tomatoes.
Fuck yeah, tomatoes.
Pam wanted tomatoes. I got to go give her a tomato.
Actually, Pam needs that tomato.
It's the most relaxing, but at the same time, it just holds your attention for so long.
Wow. That's amazing.
I'll just one more day, but then that day ends, and especially the worst thing is you can see that your melons are about to be ripe enough to pick, but they're not. They're probably ripe tomorrow. So you'll wake up and then you'll pick those melons, and then you have to go plant you can't just leave that patch of dirt vacant.
Hell no.
You got to plant something else there so you can get get it going. It's awesome.
Yeah, it sounds very Animal Crossing.
It is very
Animal Crossing, kind of Harvest Moon sounding.
It's more Harvest Moon than Animal Crossing because Animal Crossing had the real time.
Yeah, where you actually had to come back.
Yeah,
in the middle of the day.
If it's morning for you, then it's morning in the game.
This KK Slider only showed up on the fucking weekend at
on
8
Saturday
or 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, I'm doing shit. That's my go out and do things. I can't. And I would stay home and play Animal Crossing and get a new KK Slider song.
I can't just stay in all day and play. If I do push up my plans to 4 o'clock, I can get home by the time that
KK Slider song comes out. that new jam's gonna be dope.
Brennan was playing it. I saw him playing it, and I didn't think anything of it until I watched a video online of the game, and I was like, damn, son, I want to play this game.
Yeah.
Cool.
And for
want to play it.
For $15, there's so much in that game that it feels like such a good deal. At least right now. Any other game, if I get 20 hours out of a game, that's a good deal for $15, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Regardless of
$1 for an hour of entertainment is a good deal.
Yeah.
$1 per hour?
Yeah. That's a decent deal.
It's a really good deal. I mean, movies are way more expensive than that.
Exactly.
And this is interactive. It stimulates the mind.
And
also other things.
I got my girlfriend into playing it as well.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, she likes playing Sims, and this is similar. It's the management.
It's similar to a sim. It's similar.
It's yes.
Stop. That's awesome, man. We should have played that instead. I feel like an idiot.
Yeah, well, I knew that my girlfriend, while I wasn't home, was probably going to want to play it, so I'm leaving the time open.
I'd be down next week to play it if you're
cool.
Still invested in it.
We can start a new thing. I'm only in day 25 or 24 of the first summer, which is the second month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I haven't even gone a year. Huh. Whenever I started playing, Brennan was already in the first winter, and I was like, damn, he's so far ahead of me. He's like a year ahead of me now. Consider, if he's still playing.
Oh, this one's awesome. You gotta get those dirty O'Neill brothers.
They're dirty bikers. But did you see how seamless that transition was? It's just like
gorgeous.
Now I'm playing as Franklin.
Like all the cinematics flow right into the gameplay with no cuts whatsoever. It's really neat.
Damn, Brennan, I'm calling you out. He's put in 40 hours into Stardew Valley.
Wow.
Game's been out for 12 days.
Oh my god.
It's probably how much time I put into GTA.
That's about 3 hours a day.
Yeah, it's about 3 hours a day.
When he's like a full-time programmer.
But he also works at home. So, like,
his boss.
His boss knows he works. His boss is in a different country.
Playing Stardew Valley. It's inspiration.
Every time that he's working, his boss is asleep, I would imagine.
Don't hit the deer. Okay.
Man, go. I'm gonna go off into sports because I play fantasy baseball, and I'm trying to.
Baseball's back, baby.
Baseball's back, and I'm trying to wrangle a group of people into doing a league, and so like.
What if I told you I would actually play this year?
I wouldn't believe you, because you've said that the last 3 years.
I've said that the last. No, I played the first year. I didn't play the last two.
How do you play fantasy?
You set
baseball?
your lineups every day, and if you know.
So okay, do you know how to play fantasy football?
No.
You just draft.
Fantasy games, you draft players, and depending on how that player does in a game, you get points. Okay. So, in baseball per se, you have whatever you draft a first baseman, and that first baseman has say 4 at bats that day, and he hits a home run, he steals a base, and he gets an RBI. You'll get 1 point for each of those.
Okay.
Those things. So you take all of your offensive, like all your batters, and you combine them all into like one player. So like if your batters collectively go like I don't know what like 20 for 100.
Okay.
That's your batting average for everyone. If they all hit like 5 home runs throughout the week, you get 5 points, and then you compare them against everyone else.
Okay.
Yeah, you get points for how well you're doing. And
fantasy baseball is a little more intense as far as fantasy games go, just because you have to set your lineups every day because there's a game every day.
Yeah.
And you don't want a
Whereas
player.
Whereas football, it's like the lineups.
Once a week.
You know the matches. It's once a week.
Yeah,
so
for the most part.
You'll do it after the game ends that week, and then you can set it up for that next week. Of course, there's going to be trading and people getting injured during practice.
Yeah, and
stuff,
then, some games are
baseball
on different
literally
days.
is every day you need to look through and see what games are playing.
And
it's pretty intensive.
It also gets crazy for your pitchers because, say, I have a pitcher. Say I have Yu Darvish, and I know Yu Darvish is like, if he's healthy, he's not right now, but if he's healthy, he's like one of the best pitchers in the game. So I'm gonna most likely start him anytime. But if he's playing in Coors Field, which is in Colorado, which is a mile high. It's the city that's a mile high, so the air is thinner, the dimensions of the park are bigger. It's a bad pitcher's park. I might think about not playing him. So you have to look at that for all your pitchers. What park are they playing in? Are they playing against a really good team, or are they playing against like the worst team in the league, or somewhere in the middle?
Right. That makes sense.
So, yeah. Anyway, I'm wrangling together a bunch of people. I got a bunch of people off of Reddit. And so, like, out of the 10 people, I personally know 4 of them. 3 of them. I was including myself in that 4.
Wow.
There's 4 in the league.
So, like, as I added in all these Randys for the most part, like, they're all off Reddit. I've talked to them before through a username.
Right.
Taylor changed the group chat name to all right, I changed it to Fantasy for Fantasies, and then almost immediately Taylor changed it to Russian Sexual Fantasy Chat Line. And I was like, I don't know most of these people, but I think I'm okay with this. I think we're gonna stick with it, and no one has changed it yet. And like Mark was even like, Mark said, "I wish I could like the name of this chat more." So every time that I've added in someone new, I either haven't like said anything about it, or I've just been like, "Don't mind the name, whatever." Russian fantasy sex line. What are you doing?
I'm just killing dudes in the forest.
Are there also deer in the forest?
It's just infested with deer.
Yeah.
There's a
And also
shitload
just
of
like random people walking through the forest.
Now this is what I call hunting. Got my thermal goggles.
Have you ever watched that movie?
Got my sniper
Deliverance?
No, I never want to see that.
I've never watched it. It's one of the most referred to movies in my life, but I don't know.
Nothing has ever possessed me to watch that.
You know, me neither. And like, it's not even really like I don't want to see the rape scene. Like I don't really care. It just doesn't.
Yeah, I watch Pulp Fiction.
That's like the big reveal, and if that's
is that the big reveal?
Pulp Fiction.
That's got to be the most shocking scene in the whole thing.
Well, if you didn't know it was gonna happen.
Yeah, then that might be interesting.
I didn't know it was gonna happen in Pulp Fiction. Pretty shocking.
Yeah, see that, and that's the way it should be. If you are gonna drop the rape bomb in a movie, it should shock you. It should not be like, oh yeah, here's the scene everybody was talking about that's really shocking and nasty.
Although I do think that is when it comes to Pulp Fiction, I think the rape scene is probably like number 3 on the list of things most talked about.
It's not like super hardcore. I mean, it's pretty hardcore. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Bruce
it's
Willis
just, there's
in
so
a ball
much
gag.
else
That's
to that.
pretty.
There's so much else to that
like
movie.
Almost the definition of hardcore.
Yeah. Yeah, Bruce Willis in a ball gag is the definition of hardcore. Why isn't that a hardcore band name?
Bruce Willis in a ball gag?
Bruce Willis in a ball gag.
That's fucking awesome.
We need to contact some angsty teens ASAP.
Yeah, get them on the line.
Yeah, those teenagers with the Pulp Fiction references.
those sick.
Oh, that guy shot you.
I got mad guns.
Oh, and you
You
laid into him.
Yeah, continually laid into him. Man, I want to go play Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
What's even better is it's kind of been getting me off of Dota, which I've been wanting to get off of it for a while. I was talking to Brennan. Brennan is one of our other friends that plays Dota as well. He follows the pro scene. He probably follows the pro scene more than he plays.
I did that for a while.
Yeah.
I just watch pro matches.
It's easy to. But I was telling him a few days ago
there's
that
a lot of it.
there is a lot of it. But I was telling him a few days ago that like recently I have just been like Dota was always like a peaks and valleys for me. Like I played it because no other game gave me the highs that I got from like winning a really close match, or like, no competitive game I ever felt that good about winning. And even when I lost, I still felt, I was like, for the most part, damn, that was a good game. And of course there's always the outliers of, people being dicks or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that recently the highs have gotten lower and so have the lows.
Yeah.
To where I'm just like,
God.
why I need to take a break.
That's definitely where I got to the point with MOBAs. I mean, when I first started playing them, like, if I was sitting down to game all day or something, or I just had time for like one match in a day, I would like actually be shaking and be super nervous, like, because it was a huge thrill when you landed those kills. It was, an amazing feeling.
If you get a pick off, or like if you win a game that you thought like 10 minutes ago that you were surely gonna lose,
or you're going godlike and you're just on a streak.
It feels it's fantastic. It's one of the best like competitive feelings in a game that I've ever had.
The only other experience...
Imagine that's why people play sports and stuff.
Yeah.
The only other experience I've had that matches up to that, other than like MOBAs, like you were saying, where that excitement level's just got your heart racing and you're you're like seriously jazzed up about playing this game. The only other experience I've had like that would probably be H1Z1 or DayZ.
Yeah.
First time I played one of those.
I
First
just
time I've
get
been-
nervous with those too because
First time I've been frightened by a game in a really long time. Like
Yeah.
actually frightened by a video game.
When it was new, it was like it felt like the stakes were higher than any other game, really. Just because you can spend hours and then just somebody walks around and boom, you're dead. All that trouble, all that time. Like when I first got my first base set up in DayZ, it was like I spent the whole night building it, and at any one point, if somebody just walked up, boom, cap, my base now. They just finish it, and it's totally theirs. Like the risk is so high.
Yeah, it's the stress levels can get pretty high in that game. Like Johnny and I got in a firefight with a clan when we were playing H1Z1. That got pretty intense. I got shot down.
Yeah, Brandon forgot we were recording, like, while we were playing, because he was watching my screen, and they weren't set next to each other.
Yeah, I completely forgotten that we were recording at the time.
Oh, yeah. I've never played a survival game.
Oh my God, are they wonderful, wonderful experiences, man.
Yeah, I think you love them or you hate them, you know.
I've got to play them.
Mayday.
Mayday. I've got to play them in
Oh,
like
I
short
wanna
20-minute to 2-hour spurts. Like I can't go any longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't do a serious sit down for a really long time and play one of those games because it just gets my nerves going.
Yeah.
Like I've got to step away from it, like ride a bike, take a walk after playing H1Z1
Yeah.
because it just gets you frazzled.
And once
Yeah.
you die once, you're like, all right, I'm kind of done.
You
for the
lose
day.
enthusiasm for a little while, just depending on where you were at, you know.
Maybe I'll come back this at night or something.
Yeah. We had a base, so it was a little bit less stressful. You know, you could die and then get like a full re-gear at the base. In DayZ, it was much more difficult to come back from a loss.
Yeah. So what's the main difference between DayZ and H1Z1? Which one's more like finished?
H1Z1.
H1Z1 is the more completed product.
Are there any like major mechanical differences, or because they're both kind of they both are like the same idea, zombie survival,
Right.
but
I would say H1Z1 would be my favorite of them. The graphics are a lot smoother. The bugs are pretty much polished out at this point. It's just a more
yeah, there's
complete product.
Still some.
is there a difference between the zombies of the two, like the way they act or
Zombies
interact,
are
or
a little bit more threatening.
I don't know. At the point I played the standalone, there were barely zombies anyway because the game was unoptimized and it slowed the servers down. So, like, there were barely zombies. In H1Z1, zombies are never really a problem. They're just kind of there.
Yeah, they're just
Huh.
Once you're seasoned. At first, like, yeah.
they'll spook the shit
I
out
remember
of you.
when Brandon first downloaded the mod, we were like crawling on the ground places. And
Yeah, we were like, oh god, there's zombies everywhere.
had the speakers turned up all the way, and it's just, yeah, that would be embarrassing if we did a video of that.
But I mean, that's every player's first experience with that
Yeah.
game. It's actually frightening.
They hear it's hard, and yeah, I remember when you let me play your character and I died the first time, and you're just like, yep, that's what happens.
Yeah, welcome to H1Z1. But yeah, it's the best feeling when you're running around with like a makeshift bow and arrow that you fashioned in the woods, and you'd stick one in the head of a player that's got, you know, body armor, and he's got all the guns and the cans of food or whatever, and you just take it from him. It's yours now. Zombie apocalypse, times are tough.
Yeah, I was looking at Ark. I've gotten close to buying that before.
Ark would be a pretty fun series.
If you guys started playing Ark, I would play Ark.
I think
because
Zach
it's
actually
dinosaurs and shit,
has
right?
been. Zach got a monthly bundle, some like a humble bundle, and got Ark in it and played a little bit of it.
I would
And yeah, there are dinosaurs. You
I
can,
would love to raise dinosaurs with you guys.
I would love to raise dinosaurs.
I would name mine Sparky.
Dude.
Just cuz.
Or
Speaking of-
H1Z1 if you guys want the spook value.
Speaking of raising dinosaurs and naming them, let's jump ahead a couple million years. I raised some chickens and I named them Fluff with a PH on both ends.
Okay.
LeVar, like LeVar Burton.
Fluff LeVar.
Crumbles is my favorite. He's my
Crumbles.
first chicken.
Okay.
And then I can't remember what the fourth one is called because he was the fourth one. I was like, whatever. I've got 4 chickens
You
now.
should have just named him that.
just whatever.
The fourth one.
But they give me eggs. I get a large egg, put them in a box. The mayor comes by
What's
and picks it up.
The mayor comes by and
Yeah.
picks up your eggs.
I think it's the mayor if I remember right.
Are you serious?
Every night he comes by and picks up and then he sells it and leaves money. And so like after you fall
Wow.
asleep, he'll like fade to black and be like, "This is what you sold today."
He's probably just doing something dirty with those.
Also, here's another thing that makes it to where you with Stardew Valley, another way that makes it to where you just go, just one more day. You can't save the game unless you fall asleep. So you always feel like I have to complete this day. Like that's the task. It's if I'm gonna start this day, if I'm gonna water these plants in the morning, I
I'm
might
gonna
as well
get
just go through
everything
the
done.
entire day.
Is he gonna die at some point?
I don't know. I found a note at one point that was like, "Meet me here on the first day of the 3rd year," from your grandfather. And I thought my grandfather was dead, but they actually also never said that my grandfather was dead, so I don't know.
Creepy.
But there's also there's weirdness in the game. Like there are little weird spirits and stuff. There's a mouse that sells you hats. Like it's not realistic. There's
Yeah.
still some bizarre,
Still a video game.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what the end game is. I've heard that.
What's your end game, Stardew?
I've heard that this dude, he's open to having free content DLC, and he's like there's aspects of pretty much the entire game that he's willing to expand on.
I mean, dude just got a shitload of money for it.
He just got a
so
shitload of money for it.
probably hire some people and
He probably got at least.
pump out some DLC.
Because I don't know what the breakdown for what Steam, the cut that Steam takes.
right.
I've heard it's like 30%,
I think it's
but I don't
30.
know.
That's
and
a pretty large margin.
that is a pretty large margin, but
Do they
I mean,
host
they
it
can,
on their servers too, though? Like
I don't know.
downloads? I don't know how that
But at the
works.
same time, like Steam can ask for that because Steam is like the hub,
Yeah.
Yeah, on
um,
PC. Windows
but then
10 is trying.
They're
They're gonna try it.
they're fucking the the publisher. Publisher takes some cut, of course.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much that is. But anyway, if you take
I
30%,
imagine it would be like 10 or 20.
you take like $6,000 and you cut it by cut 30% off, and then you cut whatever the publisher takes. He still made over like $2 million at least.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Like if he gets a third of the, like say it's 30, like that's a lot of money to make in 12
Guy
days.
is doing all right.
He was a theater usher.
Wow.
Like that was what his job was until the game came out.
That's
I mean, he might
unbelievable.
still be a theater usher. I don't know. I don't know why
Don't
you
quit
would
your day
be.
job.
Yeah, I know you just got
At
$2
this
million,
point,
but
you could, though.
because I don't know, he might release DLC. He did an interview with like PC Gamer. Let me find out what his name actually is. I feel bad.
When it's just one dude. Like,
Yeah, when it's
give him
one
some
dude
credit.
that did Concerned Ape is what he goes by online. And whenever you load up into the game, it says like Concerned Ape, and it's got this ape that goes. Oh, speaking of Concerned Apes, hold the phone, shut the podcast down. The Fort Worth Zoo has a baby gorilla.
What?
The Fort Worth Zoo has a baby gorilla.
Little gorilla.
That sounds adorable, and we should go.
They named it
immediately.
Augustus.
Augustus.
Gus for short.
Augustus
Okay,
Boop.
that's
And
kind of lame, but
he's on display for the first time on Saturday. And damn it, do I want to see that baby gorilla.
I gotta see that baby
His
gorilla.
whole life will be in a cage.
I was getting some Chinese food today, and I saw a newscast with just that. It was like, and the baby gorilla is available to view for the first time this Saturday. And I was like, baby gorilla?
Baby gorilla.
Oh
my God.
I need to see it.
Ugh.
That sounds adorable.
Yeah, I must see this gorilla.
Oh. I wasn't supposed to get out.
There he is. Concerned ape. I had to backtrack in my own mind. Like, where did we come from to get to the baby? Dude, you don't have your real name on Twitter. I mean, I don't blame you.
Or would you? Notch is just Notch, right? Was that a handle or is that his name?
I think that's his handle.
That's a weird name.
I think his real name is on it.
I don't know. All our
as well.
online names are stupid.
Yeah.
They're all stupid.
If one thing tells me anything, putting up the Fantasy Baseball League, a lot of people's online names are different variations of their last name.
Holy cow, it's heist time. This is way too real.
Oh, is this a heist?
Yeah.
Are we in the middle of it?
Yep.
We are robbing a bank. We did some setup.
Look at this.
You rob that bank, I'm going to look for Concerned Ape's real name.
I will.
I guess I could just go to the interview.
Oh, man, this is great.
Hello, Siri.
Go to the vault.
Go to the vault. I'm going.
Eric Barone. That's the dude's name.
Oh.
Cops are ready.
Oh, your take's going up. You're over 1 million.
I'm just going to hold them off as long as I can. I need lots
You're
of money.
2 million.
Wait.
Oh,
what
you
do you-
scared the shit out of
What are you actually doing right now to play? Because this looks like a cutscene to me.
It is, as of right this second, but now he's playing. You see how seamless
'Kay.
that is? Very cool.
So
Yeah,
what
they
are-
use all the in-game assets.
What's your what's the game? What are you doing right now? What is the risks of doing this heist?
the big host? Well, we die and go to jail, obviously.
Well, I mean, but what's keeping you?
The FIB.
How do you succeed?
Which is the I don't know. I haven't really been
FIB.
paying attention. I've just kind of been
Oh, you just kind
go
of
to the
rolling?
marker. We stole some military equipment, so I think that's what this is.
Holy
Sweet
shit.
mother of shit.
That's awesome.
And we also are working for the FIB, and they want us to do jobs for them. They're like blackmailing your group, the 3 main characters. And but we needed money for the next thing that the FIB wants us to do.
Holy cow.
Just blowing up cars.
This is so cinematic. What a great game.
It's an awesome game.
I feel like that
Oh!
would be super heavy to run around in all that gear with that
Oh,
big
yeah. That weigh
machine
your
gun
ass
thing.
out.
Yeah, you see how slow he's moving?
God, my butt's falling asleep.
Of course
on
it's
these chairs.
fucking Trevor. This shit.
No, you're Michael.
No, this is Trevor. Michael's like, you could switch to Michael.
Oh, okay. You're Trevor right now.
Mm-hmm.
Cops coming at us.
Guys, there are cops coming at us. I don't know if you know that.
But yeah, what was I feel like there was a point that I was going to make at some point. Oh, when I was talking about Dota. I'm kind of glad that I'm playing the Stardew just because
It's a nice break.
It's a nice break.
Oh,
It's
those
a
are my
nice,
numbers.
relaxing, non-competitive break. What was that cop thinking just walking up to you with just a pistol?
0 body armor.
You need a break from your mainstay game
Yeah.
in order to stay interested. If it's something that you've invested a lot of time into and you want to continue playing, you can't burn yourself out.
Yeah,
You got to take regular breaks.
because I've just kind of been looking for that game since WoW. It's kind
Yeah.
of weird.
Yeah.
Nothing will be like vanilla WoW.
I don't think so either, especially like
Of course, I don't really want to go back to vanilla WoW.
and I don't
Yeah,
either.
Oh, God, no.
And I bet if we did go back, it wouldn't be the same. It'd be
No.
like going back to a childhood movie that you loved. You're like, man, this isn't as good as I remember.
Yeah.
Because, games have developed and, changed since then.
Yeah. So much.
The only
WoW's
mainstay
totally
I've had in
different.
my rotation as far as MMOs has been EVE. And golly, that's been over 7 years.
Yeah.
I could believe that.
But the amount of thought that you put into EVE, though, it's like so much.
Yeah.
There's so much to that game. It's like,
There's a real learning investment. That's for sure.
Speaking,
Like you could be good at the stock market type of investment.
Like I'm probably actually pretty good. I just need some capital.
Some
to work
starter
with.
cash.
Yeah.
speaking of Planet games, have you all seen any of the stuff on No Man's Sky?
I have.
No, I
I've
haven't.
watched some demos.
It
And
got-
I've heard some
Indulge
demos.
me.
It got a release date, and
Do you know what No Man's Sky is, though,
Mm-mm.
Brandon? Oh.
No.
so this game, I've heard it.
Where is the dude? Or is it a
Nobody
plane?
really knows for sure what you do in this game. Like, people thought
Okay.
that it was just going to be a walking sim, or if it was going to be like a Minecraft thing, or if it was going to be like... They didn't know. But there is... It's a game where you're... How do you describe this? The publisher of this game, the creators of this game, made an algorithm to create a galaxy. A full galaxy,
Okay.
quadrillions of stars, planets. And everyone's going to get the exact same galaxy, and everyone's going to be placed in a different planet to start off.
Okay.
And you
all around like the outer rim of this galaxy.
the long arcing goal is to make it to the center of the universe or the center of the galaxy.
Okay.
And you do that by gathering like items on your planets to build up into your ship, get a hyperdrive, go to a different planet. These
And
they're
refuel
also
and,
yeah,
the-
better hyperdrive, better
refuel
spacesuit, better
upgrade.
guns.
every planet
Complete.
has unique plants, animals, species.
That sounds really neat.
You can
Because they're all variables. Like everything's a variable.
Is this
so-
thing something that's coming out, or
it's
is it
coming
already
out in like 2 months.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm excited.
Very, very soon.
That's cool.
Here's the things that we don't know. We don't know if this game is going to be like multiplayer. They've said it's not going to be multiplayer like
In a traditional sense, or like an MMO sense.
yeah, it's not
But
going to be
you may get
MMO,
like, did you play Journey? Like Journey style pop-ins?
yeah.
where like sometimes other players will just kind of show up if you're close by.
yeah.
But I've also read that the creators say that even if they did that, there's an unlikely chance this area the galaxy's so big that there's an unlikely chance that two people will even cross paths.
Wow. But they can, and that's the exciting part.
And you can like rename planets, and you can also go to a planet and completely wipe out the entire life, all life. You can just kill the planet.
Wow.
But then space cops will be after you or whatever.
That's wild.
But so yeah, but I think the idea is for it to be a solo, like
A pretty much solo experience.
yeah, of you exploring and gathering and whatever. But it's crazy. It looks crazy. It sounds crazy, and I don't know what to expect from it. I honestly have I don't know if it's going to be any good because the overarching thing, make it to the center of the galaxy. Yes.
Is it going to be compelling enough?
Is that going to be
keep me
compelling enough?
playing?
But is the minute by minute game going to actually be compelling enough to
Are the planets going
want
to be
to?
different enough that it's worth just seeing all of that
What
stuff?
did this start off as a Kickstarter? I can't remember.
I don't know. Their studios
I think
made
it
one
was.
game before. I don't think it was a Kickstarter.
But it's
Because I remember you talking about this like a couple months ago when it was first announced.
Well, it first came into my attention last E3, so that was probably like 9 months ago.
Oh, that was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Because
Yeah.
E3 is in like 4 months, right? 2 months? 3
it's
months?
yeah, something like that.
It's pretty
It's
soon.
in the middle of the summer.
Oh, guys,
No
you know
Man's
what time
Sky.
it is? It's time for everybody's favorite segment. It's
Ooh.
Yahoo Answers time.
Is it really?
It is.
Well, where are they?
Yahoo Answers. Oh my gosh, in the middle of a heist? This is crazy.
This is madness, but it must be done. It's Yahoo Answers time. The deed must be done.
We'll get rid of that one. All right. We got names and people and questions. The hot-hitting questions from Yahoo Answers.
Oh, but
Everybody's talking about
as
it.
far as No Man's Sky, one last thing. It could also be a survival game. Don't really know.
That would be exciting.
but it's procedurally generated over 18 quintillion planets.
Quintillion.
Quintillion.
With their own sets of flora and fauna. Nice lingo, Wikipedia. So yeah, I don't know.
And he's saying that like 9 out of 10 will be kind of barren, but you should have like scanners and stuff, so you don't have to like fly to the planet. But their test demo, Brandon, was like, it's him like on a spaceship. He hops off, or he's like just in a world, and there's like dinosaurs and shit walking around. It's fucking badass looking. And then he just hops in a spaceship, leaves orbit, and just flies to the closest planet that you can like see when he first starts the demo. You see the planet there, and it's all like
wild.
No loading or anything like that. I'm sure there is like popping in, but it's loading while you're playing. It's very cool.
Wow, that's neat.
And I'm sure there will probably be loading like when you warp, but because it's got to generate a whole new galaxy. Because it's like ungenerated, like the code is there, but it won't generate the stuff until somebody actually goes there. So
right,
the universe is expanding as people explore and find stuff. You get to name things too. You can name animals and planets, and it'll show up for everybody else.
Oh my god, there's gonna be so many like fart
Dicks
munchers and
oh yeah, that's the first thing that I thought of every time that I heard
Supreme.
that you can rename things. I was like, it's gonna be just the most immature shit. I know it's a grandiose idea, is like you can name it whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna name it.
But then
after
you can name it
myself.
whatever you want.
It's gonna be pussy fart butt muncher.
Pussy fart butt muncher galaxy.
No, that's a
quadrant.
That's like
suck my balls.
A weird little like toad thing, but he's got mushrooms on his head.
Okay, so okay, questions.
We're gonna dive into Yahoo Answers here.
I'm gonna skip around these questions. Start it off easy. Princess asks, mustard or ketchup?
Mustard.
Oh, fuck you. Ketchup all the way.
Yeah, I'm ketchup all the way.
Mustard is the most disgusting thing. Like, mustard and mayonnaise. And I'll agree, or I'll give you this. Depending on the sandwich, I will have both. But fuck mustard.
Both.
Not both. Depending on the sandwich, I'll have one or the other.
Swap it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Like,
like
if
both.
if it's a chicken
Burger King? Jesus,
if it's a
get
chicken
outta here.
sandwich, I'll put some mayo on it. If it's like a chicken ciabatta bread sandwich, I'll put some mustard on it.
Yeah.
Chicken what bread?
Chicken ciabatta.
Chicken ciabatta.
Chicken
What's
ciabatta.
Ciabatta is like
the
a
type of bread.
Oh.
It's it's like a. I want to say it's like the Schlotsky's bread. Is that ciabatta bread?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I can't remember.
probably. It's good bread.
It's good bread. Get some chicken
That's all
ciabatta.
you need to know.
Like, chicken ciabatta sandwich is like you get grilled chicken. You get like slap some bacon, some lettuce, some yellow mustard. Fantastic. Dijon mustard?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's significantly better. Like streets ahead.
But it was like,
Leaps and
if
bounds.
it's one condiment, see, here's what I thought the problem was with this conversation. It's like I have to pick one or the other, right?
Right.
But I probably wouldn't take ketchup as my only condiment. I would probably pick something like ranch or...
I would think I would still have ketchup.
Because you can put it on salad and...
True.
French fries and chicken tenders. Ranch, some chicken tenders.
I've had ketchup so many times throughout the years, like I'm just so burnt out on
Can I
ketchup.
leave?
Man,
Am I
I don't
supposed
know.
to leave? Oh, I was supposed to leave.
There you go.
What happened to the gunman? Did he die? I hired a good gunman. God damn it.
Anonymous asks, I want to lose weight, but I don't have time to work out.
Yeah, okay. So here's what you do. You get shake weights. And you just shake weight whenever you can.
I think that
On the train,
This motion here
at your desk,
I think that's still working out.
on the train,
on the train,
in the shower. You shake weight everywhere.
on the bus. Just make sure to shake weight in front of as many people as you possibly can. At the park, shake weight.
Especially at
the
park.
zoo, when you're seeing the new baby gorilla at the Fort Worth Zoo, use your shake weight.
Shake weight.
Just shake it in front of that gorilla.
Also, stop eating. Just no food. Cut out food entirely.
Altogether. Just
Yeah.
water.
Shake weight and no
Water and lemon juice.
And lemon juice and cayenne pepper.
Lemon juice gives you all
Did
the
you-
nutrients that you need.
Brandon, how did you cut weight back in high school? Like
No food.
when you got down to it, what was your go-to? Because I remember hearing you do some shit.
Yeah, I don't recommend this, but in order to make weight for a sport in high school, I once lost 8 pounds in a day.
Ugh, how did you do that? Like,
Well, unfortunately, it required a lot of exercise, and I'm sorry to answer your question like that, but you're gonna have to exercise, man. I'm
you
sorry.
want to lose 8 pounds
Anybody,
in a day.
any Jenny Craig that tells you that you're gonna lose weight without exercising is fucking lying to your face. They're trying to sell you something.
I eat bread every day.
I love bread. Oprah Winfrey.
I don't cut bread out.
But
I have it every
to
day.
answer your question, Ryan, about the diet, it was chicken and water. That was my diet.
Just like plain old dry, like
White
just white.
chicken
Unfried,
breast.
Chicken ass
probably.
chicken.
Baked
Yep.
chicken.
And then,
I would maybe have egg whites in the morning.
so I was wondering, like,
And those
fucking-
soy bars? What were those?
did you just like
soy
do
joys.
laxatives
Soy
the
joys.
day before?
Fucking soy joys.
No, I never did
You
laxatives.
never did like sweatsuits because that shit's illegal, right?
I did sweatsuits.
That shit's
That is
so
legal.
dangerous.
Is that like essentially you're dehydrating yourself to get
Yes.
all
Yeah.
liquid out?
Yes.
And it's very illegal if your school is like pushing that on you.
Yeah.
At least here in the States. I
the-
don't know about the rest of the world.
The rule was you had to have over, I think it was 6% body fat, and at one point I had 7,
Jesus.
so I barely made it. I actually had to put on a little bit of weight.
You looked good though. I will say that.
I was a
Well,
sexy man.
we were in
Not
high school.
anymore. There's been a couple beers that have passed through here.
Wonder if I can still get that
In the
naked
meantime.
photo of you.
You could
With the
probably
smiley
get it.
face over your chunk.
You could probably get it edited.
I'm not gonna
or
put that up
unedited.
because you're like a 16-year-old at that time.
Oh
So-
yeah, that's probably creepy now. But us back then, that wasn't as creepy.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
That's totally
it was-
when we
creepy
were
now.
all 16, it was not creepy, but
I mean,
that picture floating
Yeah.
around now is
a little weird.
kind of weird, kind of weird,
Hilarious, but weird.
hilarious. Yes,
Uh,
you could probably get it from Hayden though.
yeah, for sure.
that was my first. That was my go-to. Like, I bet Hayden definitely has it.
He
Hayden has
probably
every
has it.
picture ever.
Yeah, he doesn't get rid of anything.
Oh yeah, I remember his ginormous picture collection. He
And
was
that-
like, yeah, it's getting into the gigabytes. It's like that's
Of pictures.
lots of pictures.
Yeah, that is pretty intense.
They were like JPEGs and shit. It wasn't like super high quality stuff. Some of it was, I'm sure.
Professional Dota player Black asks, "In dating, relationship, sex, is it okay to smell your mate butt?"
Man, do you do in the bedroom? You do you, man.
I'll say this.
If she's
It's
into
okay
it,
if
or if he's into
if
it.
they're into it.
Because it's your mate, so it's your buddy that you're having sex
Don't
with.
ask me, man. Like, I'm not the one to ask.
I'm saying, if you're gonna sniff, they also have to sniff. So that's the one caveat.
You sniff my butt, I sniff yours.
Brother-
That kind of thing.
Dota player, there's only one way to find out.
How much butt sniffing goes on in furry sex? Do you think?
I bet.
Probably a lot, right?
I bet.
That's the butts are the whole thing, right? If
Man,
I'm-
that is not a thing that I ever like thought of or like pondered.
You got to role
But now I
play.
am.
I think butts are the whole thing. That's it, right?
I mean,
Am I understanding this?
it's kind. They have to. They must do that without even thinking of it because the whole idea is that they're role playing.
Yeah. Oh god, I fucked this.
So
But I think a lot of it has to do with the butt.
I don't think it's all butt stuff. Because
But-
animals do have things other than butts. Some of them do.
Right. But you've seen the tail butt plugs going around, right?
they're going around, seeing them on Twitter.
You know, they're everywhere. Tail
Okay.
butt plugs.
I've got a couple.
Yeah, I've got a
They're the hot new
raccoon.
thing.
I got a skunk.
It's hot pink.
I got a little fox. You know,
I don't want to think about this
I
anymore.
thought it was an excuse for people to stick things in their butt.
Oh no!
No, it's not.
It's
no,
like a lifestyle
yeah.
thing.
What?
You,
Oh.
you adopt a first.
I thought it was a weird porno thing.
Well, it can be.
Where's the
I mean,
likelihood
everything's a
I'm
weird
gonna
porno
die during
thing.
This mission?
Because rule whatever of the internet, of course. What number
I
did
don't
they
know.
decide?
34.
34.
Okay. Because rule 30. Oh god, that was.
I know all of my internet rules.
Lag Sing asks, what did teens do in medieval times or back in ancient times?
Man,
Same shit we're doing now, man.
They fathered children and died.
true.
They went to war or
Yeah,
died
they went
of
to war and died for their lord, who
I
they
thought this
probably
was one
owed
of the
money
dumbest
to.
questions I saw.
They probably played with rocks a lot because their toys really sucked.
Because their toys sucked.
And they probably got injured a lot because of these rocks. That might be why they weren't living very long.
That's it.
Because you have rocks for toys and the fucking bubonic plague. I mean,
Oh, I died. Damn it.
You
they probably spent a lot of time staring at candles. I mean, this was a boring time, man. You don't have video games. Your day's gonna suck. Your day's gonna really suck.
Staring at candles?
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
That's
Fucking
a
milk
good
a
point.
cow, churn some butter?
I mean, the internet goes out of my house just in the morning. I'm like, what the hell do I do with my life?
You go
guess I'm
stare
gonna-
at a candle or you churn some fucking butter, Ryan.
Guess I'm gonna go find a cow.
Next question.
Yeah, medieval life sucked for teenagers. Let's just say that.
Emo Apple asks, atheists, where did stars and moon come from? So,
This is one of those like 12-year-old questions that is obviously from a 12-year-old.
Okay.
checkmate. Where did stars and moon come from?
You got us. You got us.
I don't
That's
know.
all I have to say.
You know,
It's,
I was a believer in a higher power until he's shown me the light. Now that I know moon and stars,
They had to come from God.
yeah. You got me, man. That was a kind of like passive aggressive
the moon
question, but I think I learned from it.
the moon was God's first attempt at the Earth, and
He
And,
failed.
man.
he he
yeah.
forgot to put the atmosphere in. He was like, ah, shit.
I guess I'll just start over.
Okay, scrap
next
that.
to it,
Yeah,
This one's gonna be bigger.
I'll leave. It's gonna be big,
It's gonna be bigger and way
and
better.
I'm thinking blue.
Promise you.
Like God is fucking Bob Ross.
And some happy little trees here.
There's some heavy little trees here. And on the seventh day, guess what? We're gonna rest.
I think that might do it for this podcast.
I think so.
Are you at a stopping point in GTA?
I am. I'm just on a train, I guess.
It's a beautiful
Are you-
train ride.
Are you steering the train, but also behind the guy?
You don't really steer the
Whoa.
train. It's kind of on rails.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes.
But
I can accelerate it. and decelerate it.
you're kind of giving it to this locomotor here.
Locomotor.
Well, if you enjoyed this podcast, be sure to give us a review in iTunes or, subscribe to the channel. Do what you do. We have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/3upgames, and that's spelled out with words and shit, not numbers. And
Thanks
Yeah.
for listening.
I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ryan.
I'm Brandon.
See you later.